Hey guys, so we just got back from church. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I hope all of you great mothers out there had a wonderful Mother's Day. We are on watch for a new mother, Daisy. It's actually only 2 days until her official due date, Tuesday the 13th. Daisy, how you doing? I'm keeping her in the corral and keeping the sheep outside the corral, just in case. I mean, we're this close. But I have to say, I'm keeping an eye on her like all the time now, like throughout church. I was looking at my phone because Joel and I installed some security cameras down here. We've got one over here, and then one over here on the fence. And so between the two of those, they give us a good vantage point of almost the whole corral. Are you ready yet? Huh? You ready? We're actually going to do some work here to the corral. No, Daisy, you got to stay. I'm sorry. You know, she is a dairy cow, or will be. She's not officially like a popular breed for dairy. She's actually a tri-purpose breed, really. Labor, which I don't know how many people still do that anymore. And dairy and meat. So we got her for dairy. Dexters aren't known for their big udders and teats. However, her mom had big udders and teats, and that's why we chose her to be Daisy's mom. And it looks like we chose well because they're filling in nicely. So anyway, we're going to be calf sharing, which means sharing the milk with the calf. Now, the first week is mainly colostrum, and so the baby's going to get all that. We don't have to worry about milking at all for the first week. And then after that, Daisy and the calf are separated during the night. Then we get up, we milk her in the morning, and then the baby has the rest of the whole day with her. So that's the official way to do it. That way the baby gets plenty of milk. We only have to milk once a day. Works out well. But we need a place to put the calf separate from Daisy during the night. And we also just need another place, like we're finding it where we need to put the sheep in sometimes where Daisy's not, and vice versa. What we're going to do is keep this gate here, and then have another fence come out this way. I'm not sure how many feet, probably 15 feet or so from there. And so this whole area here is going to be another paddock of the corral, linked to this corral with this gate. And then we're going to put another gate in here for an exit from the corral out to the pasture. All right, it's Tuesday the 13th, and this is Daisy's due date officially. And she's looking real floppy back here. Sorry, Daisy, just showing you off to the world. Looking pretty good. I sent the boys out already. I'm keeping her in here for first half of the day because I have work to do in the house. And I want to keep an eye on her with the cameras. And then when I'm out here later today, then I'll put her out in the pasture because that's what she wants. Right now, she's just going to get some hay. She gets it all to herself today because the boys are out. Keep you updated as the day moves along. All right, it's lunchtime. Let's go check on her. Hi, Ollie. What are you doing up here? Oh, baby. A lot of poop, though. I got to pick that up. All right, all cleaned up. Now I'm going to let you out. But you got to promise to come back in here in front of the cameras if you're going to have your baby. All right? Promise. All right, you heard her. She promised. All right, so right now I am taking the opportunity to resow some crops. I think I shared in the last video that I had some roly-poly issues in my vegetable garden, and I was waiting for all these seeds that I had sown to come up, and it had been a couple weeks, and I only saw a couple and they were eaten on, and I dug down through the mulch, and there was a bunch of roly-polies and a bunch of stubs of seedling stems. So I'm currently resowing all of those and more. And I will say, I had a video on Next Level Gardening, within the last 2 months, I guess, maybe 3 months, that was seeds you should always direct sow. Seeds you should never sow in trays, right? All of these are pretty much on that list. There is a caveat, though. If you have pests that are uncontrolled or uncontrollable that will eat your seedlings as soon as they germinate, you got to do it sometimes. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to let them grow in these flats until they've got at least their first true set of leaves before transplanting them out. So have I ever done a seed starting video in May? I don't know. So I'm only sowing, a lot of these are melons, and I'm only sowing 3 of each, well 2 seeds in each, but only 3 total, 3 cells total. I've had some watermelon issues. I've never really grown a great one. So I know there was 2 seeds in there. Wait, what am I doing? I seriously can't talk and do something else at the same time. But I've never really grown a great watermelon. And before we lived here, I blamed it on our cool coastal climate. But now that we're more inland and get a lot more heat in the summer, I'm not exactly sure what to blame it on. So at this point, it's bad luck. And after this year, I don't know, I may have to go down as more than bad luck, because I'm going to try a bunch of different ones. I'm sowing them early enough. So we'll see. Okay, so what I've got so far, mostly, if not all, these are all going to be cucurbits actually. Pumpkins, squashes, melons. So I've got, first one I got is, it's called, well, oh man, muskmelon. It's from my friend Doug. He actually got it from someone he knows that lives in the Midwest. And Doug just remembers, you know, them being like cantaloupes, but like the size of basketballs and super juicy. And so he called up his friend and said, hey, can you send me some seeds of that? And so he shared them with me. So I'm anxious to see how those turn out. I've also got Kajari melons, or Kahari melons. Never grown these before. Chad from Down Home Backyard Gardening recommends them. I've seen Jess at Roots and Refuge grow these too. Loofah, which I have not grown since we moved. And then 3 different kinds of cucumbers, H19 Little Leaf, Gold, oh no, and then 4 types of cucumbers, National Pickling, Space Master, and Be It Alpha. And then yellow squash, Golden Glory, which is my favorite, and green squash, Green Machine. That reminds me of when Noah was, he was probably like 6 or 7. For Christmas, he got a Green Machine, which is we used to call them big wheels when I was a kid. But his had this, you pedal it real fast, it was 3 wheels, you know, and then it had this lever that you pulled and it locked up the back wheels, and then you'd turn the handle and you'd like spin out. He loved it. I still remember his cute little laugh from that. So now I'm going to be planting a bunch of different kinds of cool looking pumpkins, mainly pumpkins and sunflowers that I got from Blue Pumpkin Seed Company. And if you guys have not been to their website recently, they have really made a lot of changes in such a great way. First thing I love is the new artwork on their seed packets. I think it's my favorite seed packet artwork there is. They used to just have like little plastic bags, the little kind that are like that big, and they just put like a printed out label of what it was on there. They're a small business, but they've really upped their game in this last year. Look at these. Fool's Gold Pumpkin, Polar Bear, Small World of Color, Pixie Pumpkin. I mean, they're like art. It's like collector's cards for gardeners. Avalanche Pumpkin, Wizard of Oz Pumpkin, Blue Doll Pumpkin, and then some sunflowers. Autumn Beauty Mix, Mardi Gras Tall Sunflower Mix, Chocolate Cherry, and White Knight. I hope these are showing up on camera because they're just so beautiful. So I'm going to plant all of those and then some yard long beans as well. So right now I'm out in the pasture getting some stuff done. I'm clearing out the undesirables, and that's pretty easy to see because it's the one thing that they haven't eaten and probably, well, they can't eat. And that is the thistles. These things are so sharp. And so I'm going through the pasture, getting them out before they go to seed. So you can see here, ow, they're already blooming. So we got to get them gone. So I'm taking them out and tossing them over there with a shovel against the fence. That way they can just kind of dry up. Ollie's going through them. He's interested in them now that they're taken down. I don't know. He didn't eat them when they were standing up straight. Hey guys, oh, I look creepy. It's later that night. We're still on the 13th, Daisy's due date. And we just were on our way home from our church group. And I looked on my phone to see how Daisy was doing. And there we go. She was looking weird, like different. Like her front and back feet, legs were closer together and her back was kind of hunched. And her tail was like flipped off to the side. Hey, 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 hey. So we got home, we came down here, and I put a grow light out here so we have a little bit more light to see with. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, she could have it tonight and she could have it tomorrow or the next day. I don't know how this works. Hi, Daisy. You doing okay? It's a little bright. I think I'm going to grab some shade cloth and cover over it because I want to see her, but I don't want her to be uncomfortable or just freaked out about anything. I don't know what to do. I don't know, like, I don't want to stay up all night. I mean, I do, but not if there's nothing going on. I wish it was like a person birth where you could, like, count with the contractions and stuff. Although it's been 16 years, I don't even remember how that happened, how that worked either. So I have Otis and Ollie out in the pasture so that they're not bugging her. How did I know this was going to happen at night? You know, I'm actually going to turn off the light. The cameras have night vision, and so we really only need a light if the baby is on its way, like we know it's on its way, and we can be out here to either help or film it or whatever. Is that something? I don't know. If I got to see it, so do you. All right, it's about an hour later, and we have pushing and contractions. She laid down. Water just broke.
You got this, Mama.
We're pushing.
You You can do it. You can do it. Oh, honey. You got this, baby.
Just remember this next year when you're mooing for a man. Contractions are only 30 seconds apart already. This is too stressful. Emily, there's something. I just saw something. Look. It's a sack. You're a good girl.
Girl. She's having the baby. She's having the baby. You got this. You got this, baby. You got this.
Oh my gosh, there's two hooves.
There's two hooves. I'm so tired. You're almost there, honey. You got this, Daisy. I know, I know. There's the head. You got this, Mama.
Right there, Daisy.
That is the tongue.
Yeah.
He's got little teeth.
Little toothers, little toothers.
One more, Daisy.
I'm so glad you got to be here.
I see it.
You got
you got
this,
it, Daisy.
Mama. I know,
Right
I
there,
know.
Daisy. Right there, Daisy. Come on.
Come on, another big push, another big push.
Is the sack thing like?
It's on its nose.
Yeah.
Do I need to take it off? Good job, Mama!
Oh.
Good job. Did it come off its nose?
No.
I
No?
think you have to grab it off.
Well, maybe it did.
Okay. Oh.
You got it, Mom.
I can do this. No, it's off its nose, I think.
Yeah, it's off. It's okay.
off.
Let it be.
Oh my gosh, look at these eyes. Hi, baby. What are you? She
Like
just
that.
kind of pushed everything out. There we go.
Hey.
Oh.
Okay. Good job, Mama.
Is she cleaning?
Yep.
Yes.
Good Mama.
Did you hear him?
Yep.
Or her?
Hopefully her.
Bella? No. What do you think?
Or grandparents?
Moo cough.
What do we have? What do we have? What do we have?
A girl.
We have a girl.
Yes! It's a girl.
Good job, Mama. Okay, I gotta go up and wash my hands though, because that really was gross.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, she like blew into it.
What?
Hand me home, go.
Oh. Yay! You did it!
Good job, baby. Good job. Oh. There you go.
Daisy.
She bit it. I think she got it. I think she's on it.
No, she's licking it.
The first one in front.
No.
Oh.
Daisy's almost not tall enough.
She fits with the family.
She's got it. It's the next day. So Daisy gave birth last night at, I think, around 10:45. I'm going to have to go back and check the footage, but we were out here until about midnight, just waiting for her to take her first steps and to actually start nursing, so we know she was okay. And yeah, all that happened, and I've been giving them some time today, and I've been down here, but Daisy's a great, great mom. I knew she would be. Here she is. And here she is. Everybody meet Clover. Hi, Clover. How you doing, Mama? You're a good mom. So you might notice that Clover is black. She's actually, in the sun, she's got some chocolatey undertones. And we sent some pictures last night to the breeder. In fact, I gotta give Penny a shout out here because she was great. She was on the phone with us or phone and text the whole way through up until, I don't know, probably 11:30. I see you. She has definitely been getting less attention the last 24 hours, and she can't stand it. Anyway, she walked us through it at one point, when the hooves were coming out. There was the hooves and a little bit of the nose, but it seemed to kind of stall there for a little bit. Now, it was probably only like 15 minutes, but for us it seemed like an eternity. And so we called her and sent a picture, and she's like, if the hooves are out and the nose isn't right there, she's going to be totally fine. Where was I? Oh, color. Okay, so she said, "Oh, is she black?" And we said, "Yes." Now, Clover's dad is the same color as Daisy. However, he does have black in his lineage, so it happened to come out here with Clover. And actually, she said one of his other new calves came out black as well. So there's that mystery solved. But the whole time last night, Daisy and Ollie and Otis, they were all just hanging out right outside of the pen where Daisy was. No, we're not doing that. Hanging right outside the pen, just watching the whole time. Bella would freak out every once in a while a little bit. But I mean, it went fast. So, like I told you last night, we were on our way home from our church group, and that was probably around 8 o'clock, between 8 and 8:30. And then she had the baby by 10:45. So yeah, it was really quick, much quicker than I thought. When we left for our group, she wasn't showing any signs or anything other than she had been. And then I think I mentioned last night on our way home, I was looking on my phone on our security cams, and I just noticed that she was acting different. So Noah was here. We sent him down. He called and he said, yeah, she's acting funny. And so by the time we got here, she was, starting to kind of push. And a couple hours later, Clover was here. It's the next morning. Headed down to see him. Morning. Hi, Clover. How are you this morning? How are you this morning? How are you today? Huh? How are you today? It's a good girl. Yeah. Oh, you're so soft. So we weighed her last night. And I gotta say, my estimate was right on. I said I thought she weighed probably between 45 and 50 pounds, and as it turned out, she weighed 47 pounds. I had a little concern about whether or not she was getting enough milk or colostrum. It seemed like Daisy wasn't producing a lot yet, and she was having a hard time figuring out how to latch on. So we texted the breeder, and she felt that everything was fine. Clover has all the signs of being healthy. She's energetic and glossy coat and not constantly wanting to nurse. I'd say most of the time when Daisy's up, she's kind of over there nosing around. But there's plenty of times when, she's just kind of laying over on her own. And then just to make me feel better, Penny, Daisy's breeder, sent me a picture of one of her cows right now who is lactating and the difference in the udder size. There almost isn't an udder on this other cow. So Daisy, has a much bigger udder comparatively. Like I've said before, we chose Daisy's mom for that particular reason because we wanted to milk Daisy. So we needed an udder and some good sized teats. And comparing those two pictures, we got that. I may let them out in the pasture today. I might put the sheep in here. That'll be interesting to see how to swap the two. Daisy's been doing that same noise over and over, and I'm assuming it's just communicating with Clover. It's the middle of the day. I'm going to go back down and check on him because it's fun. Hi, Clover. Hi, Clover. You're so cute. Sprayed her with fly spray, but they're still on her. I put this up here, and I've got more coming in the mail. And you're dealing with them too, even though you rarely let me put fly spray on you very easily. Okay, I'm only going to sit out here for just a few minutes. I've got work to do. But how do you do work when you got something like that right there? All right, we've made it through the day. I actually didn't let them out into the pasture today. I didn't have the time to just sit out here and keep an eye on them. So they stayed in. We'll let them out tomorrow. That'll be a whole nother video. Hello, girls. She's nursing right now. You giving her a good amount of milk? Huh? Well, this has been, I could probably easily say, the most exciting video I filmed. Certainly for me. It's probably been the most graphic as well. It's exciting. It's I've never witnessed. I was there for Noah to be born, right? And that's amazing too. But, you know, he was born in a hospital surrounded by nurses and doctors and machines and beeping things. And just that this was so natural. It just makes me so in awe of how God set this up. You know, it just, I said the whole, they know what to do. They know what to do, how to do it, when to do it. Everything is there. Everything that they need, they had. I didn't have to provide anything except nerves and anxiety. When did we as humans lose that? Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I'm so happy that you joined me for this and got to experience it with me. And I'll see you guys next time.